Hi, it's Romola, and I want to do this unboxing of this new deck by Amanda Ellis. It's just literally arrived. I have been waiting forever for it. I ordered it from Amazon back in January, and it came out in July on the new moon date. But it's only just arrived now, and I know that actually it's on a second reprint because it has sold out in many places. Excuse me while I get rid of the plastic. So I'm very pleased to finally have this deck in my little hands. So it's a beautiful deck, just like the Metatron deck. So it's a lovely hardback box, good size, A5 size, quite thick. And when we open it up, we have this lovely picture of the dove here and this book. So let's just take the book out. We'll have a look at this again. It's a good size book just by itself, full colour, and a whole page of channeled message that goes with the book. So we'll have a little walk through and I'll tell you which one is the one that I have. I love this box, the way it's laid out with them divided into two, and then the artwork here. It's a really interesting concept. Quite like that, and I love the use of the gold and the gold ribbons, just holding it up, almost creating a sacred. Well, it's creating a sacred space and really holding the energy. And I think that one is it the Holy Ghost? I'll see if I can find it. We'll find it as we go through. So we'll do a little walk through of all. There we go. It's this one, Holy Spirit, work through me. That's beautiful. So. And we'll come across it as we go through, and we'll have a look at the book as well in some depth. So I think it is, am I right in thinking it's, how many cards do we get? It says, the deck is unique ways how we can model Christ consciousness in our everyday lives. The question, what would Jesus do, reflects what Christ consciousness is and asks us if we can model the behaviour, energy and higher love he showed. Christ consciousness is a living energy within you, me and many belief systems. It's about unconditional love and higher consciousness that we can master and that can elevate our world to unity. This deck is intended for anyone on the spiritual path who wishes to evolve and aspire higher and wake up to Christ-like within themselves. It is, despite featuring the teachings of Christ, intended to be non-denominational and open to everyone, and a bridge between traditional religious dogma and a more individualistic spirituality. The deck also references other key players in his story: Mother Mary, Joseph, Mary Magdalene, Joseph of Arimathea, Thomas, Peter and Judas. So it's a beautiful, beautiful deck. So let's have a look. Okay, so we'll start with this one here, and we'll just have a look at the artwork. So of course the first one in the series is obviously Jesus, and with the words "follow my lead," and I just love this transparent effect here. Lovely. And then also on the back here we have this lovely honeycomb. I love bees, and the energy of bees I find fascinating. So it's really lovely that the energy, the sacred space holder within this is actually the bee with the flowers and the honeycomb. All that wisdom just held in its little container, ready to be shared. Love it. So it's a very different energy on the back with this. So a lot of people will use this as to have the mandalas and shapes that work to keep the high vibration of the cards and sort of add protection and support. So it's really lovely to see, as say, this bee effect on the back there. Okay, the second card we have is Sisterhood, the Feminine Way. I love the colour palette that she's used in this. This is Wisdom Bringer, Earth School. We have Joseph, Fathering and Responsibility. We have the Magi, signs and divine timing. Thomas, mind, trap and doubt. Peter, denial and weakness. Holy Spirit, work through me. And I do love the use of gold and how vibrant it is actually on the card. It's not gold, but you can tell that actually it is the intention of gold. And I love the colours, the colour palette that's been used here. We have Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Sacred Mission. I love that we've got lovely geese here. I love the idea of geese, the fact that you don't see a single one flying. You will see a minimum of 3 because they're there to support each other, and they all take in turns in leading, which is just, yeah, I love it when the geese start flying above the house and you just think, yeah, that reminds me, it's all about expansion and taking charge and sharing the load. This one is the garden, receive and heal. Judas, catalyst and soul contract. We have temptation, moral compass. Forgiveness, sets you free. This is grace, this is the one that's on the back. Blessings and goodwill. And again, we've got that sort of use of gold. But I say, I do particularly love this. This being the back of them, I think is fascinating because it could be, you know, it could easily have had sort of a more religious symbol of you know, the cross or a fish or something more religious. But actually this is nature at its best, isn't it? We have the heart. What would love do? You sort of feel the chakra energy just that would come through from your heart there. We have non-judgmental, reflection and projection. This one is love your neighbour, being observers. Yeah, again, another sort of symbol that we could have had on the back or the wings. Fellowship, sharing and coming together. Prayer, contemplation and connection. Lovely Ankh, one of my favourite symbols. Key to life. Gethsemane, darkest hour, strength arrives. Let's look at the Holy Grail there. Pilgrimage, onward steps. And this is actually the one that I am lucky enough to own. As soon as I saw it, I thought, no, that's the one I need. It's a great reminder. Just take the next step, follow the path, take the step, follow the path, take the step, follow the path. And with this one, you can't see where the path is going, but it will have a destination, and it will be the destination that you are following. So this is based, I think, on the Pilgrim Steps over in Cornwall. But it's one that just really sung to me. I mean, I would have loved more, but this one was just that the significance of it to me is a reminder of just take the step, just take the next step, and just keep on the path, keep following it. Love it. You're not allowed to share them before or show the paintings before they've actually been published. So I guess now that they are now published, we are able to share pictures of ourselves with our paintings. This one is reliving suffering, move beyond pain. We have miracles, manifest and believe. Again, this is this brightness that you get with those the colours there. She's a beautiful painter. I do love Jane Delaford Taylor's work. This one is new or vintage, be open-minded. We have purity, return to innocence. And this one is unity, Coexistence and tolerance. That's one that feels very powerful at the moment, much needed in the world. Let's open the second section. And this one is faith. Find holiness within. The Holy Grail. What's this one? Sacred Union. I think this is one of the few that is actually this way around, but I quite a few decks where there's just the odd one like this, and it works beautifully. And obviously we have our symbol of the Veskis Pisces there as well. And Mary and Joseph. Just gone very modern with purple bits in their hair. Sacred Union. This one is gratitude, appreciation and thanks. Stand up, steadfast vision. The open door, Christ within you. The teacher, walk the talk. Humbleness, modesty and humility. Enlightenment, continue to grow. This one is tethered and caged, break free. Joseph of Arimathea, trailblaze and it didn't innovate. This one is freedom, just be you. Spiritual protection, the armour of God. Living from the heart, soften and open. Again, another beautiful one. Faith over fear, you can cope. Gentleness, respond softly. Discernment, truth and clarity. I like this one as well because part of her's covered, so she doesn't know. But actually there's a feather there, there's an angel, and then here she knows, she can see. So it's about, and I think it's just fascinating, this one, with that idea of discernment, and that once you know better, you do better. But when you are living in your current circumstances and you don't know any different, then you're just doing the best that you can. But I do like that one. This one is Mary, mothering and nurture. We have Paul, awakening and transformation. This one is Lionheart, stand firm. Night's vigil, prepare and get ready. Spiritual practice, structure and routine. And how important is this? To have that structure of what you do in the morning to set yourself up, how you work with your energies and protect yourself when you go out into the world. And this I love that she's got her sprays there, as well as crystals and roses. It's a very beautiful little altar. Here we have peace, calm centre, calm mind. Again, really important to be fully in balance. Just those tiny little points of contact, just holding it all together. We have sacred sexuality, healing and connection. We have abundance, enjoy life fully. We have song, celebrate and express yourself. Holy anger, be the change. We have children, cherish and enter their world. And card 55, the last one, is resurrection, embrace new life. How amazing is this? The use of colour and these light shafts are just phenomenal. Also, obviously they're on there's like an aura around some of the characters. Not all of them, so she hasn't got them. But some of them have just got these this lightness and the use again of the light shards coming through. It is a really beautiful deck. The artwork is stunning, and the messages seem to really connect in as well. Just pop that there. And so this is the book. It's a really thick book, 128 pages. So at the back we have about Amanda Ellis, and we have about Jane Delaford Taylor, the artist. And the pages are all a very thick quality book. And so we have lots of information channeled around the book. And we have this beautiful full colour picture there as well, which I find really interesting. So we'll also let's have a quick look. So we've got Christ consciousness. And we have the peace and the information here. We have them, so each card had the number on it, so it's really easy to find the information there. A couple of pages of that. And we have the introduction. Journey to Christ consciousness. We have working with the deck. Again, that beautiful grace picture. First time opening the deck. So again, it's that invocation to do that. And she says here, the deck is already protected from lower energies by being full of Christ's teaching. So we'll have a little shuffle in a minute. And then, so we've got information of the cards. There's some information about some different spreads that we can do. And then we are into the pages. So obviously there's what 110 pages is going to be, because there's 55 cards. We have all the full colour images here of the cards and a lot of text for each one. They are all all full. So that's a really interesting one. So let me just see. I know that the painting I have is number 22, which is a very auspicious number as well. So if we just look at this one here, so I can't get everything in the picture, so I put that there. So it says that the illustration on this card is based on the pilgrim steps at St Michael's Mount in Cornwall, England, a medieval path, one climbed by those long ago who sought spiritual nourishment and enlightenment. In days of old, they would have been climbing to visit the church at the top. While there is nothing wrong in doing this, today's pilgrim is often aware that the true connection to Christ is via the heart, and no building is required. We still climb, though, ever upwards, seeking connection, increased peace, presence and awareness. Each step, some smooth and easy and others more slippery to navigate, reminds us that our spiritual path is made up of many events, people, places, thoughts and energy. Some we relish encountering and others we would prefer to avoid, but all are necessary to navigate if we want to reach our destination. The journey from birth back up the tree of life towards our eventual return to pure consciousness is varied and takes unexpected turns. But as long as we keep our eyes on the goal, we never will stay stuck and lethargic in the same place for long. We will see there is always a new vista as we move on to higher ground, or bearing witness to each place we stop at on the way to reflect and take in the view. You are encouraged to look back at how far you have come already, and how much hard work, dedication and commitment brought you to the steps in the first place. You signed up for this life and came here to keep learning, growing and striving to go higher. There is, however, no rush to get to the summit. Rather, it is all about the journey itself, savouring each moment and taking in the day and night, the cycles of nature and your growing development. Remembering what you once were and who and what you know now. Acknowledging all achievements and not comparing progress to others, but honouring your unique journey. Pulling this card may also indicate that you are thinking of taking a pilgrimage. This may be formal to a known destination or informal, an unmapped one. Pilgrimage is about going within, testing your own resolve and exploring different ways of looking at the world. It may arise out of curiosity or necessity. You may feel burned out needing time away from normal settings to realign and refresh body, mind and soul. The pull of a simpler life, a more stripped back routine may also be attractive, with less time distracted by technology and endless things to do. The calling may also be connected to letting go of some material possessions, identities or an old life. Often pilgrimage beckons when we are on the apex of a new life. We are tired and wish to rebirth ourselves and find out more about what drives us and what we could be. Taking time today to just stop and pause will serve you well, to notice and appreciate where you are at. Knowing that in this moment you are learning something important. You may also like to sketch, draw or think about where you would like to go to future far off lands or somewhere near today. A silent retreat, a walk in the valley or woods. Anything is possible, as well as inner pilgrimage via meditation, breathwork or shamanic journeying. Enjoy the next steps and experiences as you learn more about who you really are. And those words, they're just, when I saw this painting, I knew it was mine. And very quickly sent an email in, and I hadn't read the information. It was the visual of it, and like I said, this take one step, follow the path, and just don't get overwhelmed by how long the journey is or how high it goes up. Just take each step individually. But actually reading the text, it has so much within it about my soul journey, about my journey here, and my needs and how I can support myself, i.e. by doing that, the rest, by doing the pilgrimage, by going within, by bringing that space for calm within, bringing that space for spirit and connection. And that's, again, links into what calls me to do a business, to share the tools, the connections, the wisdom that I'm in a place to share. So, and each one has all this information as well. So at the back, like I said, we've got a little bit about the two people, and we have a conclusion as well. So it's a really beautiful deck. I'm very pleased that I've finally got my hands on it. Like I say, it's gone out for a second reprint, I believe now, because it has sold out in multiple places. So there's an Amazon link on here. You can order from Amazon, and as soon as they get it, they will ship it out to you. I got this one from Blackwell's in the end. They only had, I think when I ordered 5 in stock, so I was very quick again just to track it down and find it. And if you also can get them through angeliccelestialcolours.co.uk, although they only had a couple of hundred in and they've all sold. But you know, they're the places to have a look if you would like this. If you would like to book a soul reading with me using these cards, and we can use this one here, the in-depth soul guidance spread. If you would like a card reading, then I will be doing those over the summer holidays as well, which will help expand my connection with these beautiful decks. So I think what we'll do now is let's have a little shuffle. I'm not going to do the invocation. I shall do that separately in my own sacred space. I'll give them a little bit of shuffle. They shuffle quite nicely. They haven't got the gold on them, and Amanda said that is because actually it's not environmentally friendly with the gold. Also, they can get really sticky, and you sort of have to crack them, bend them to crack them to get them to work like that. So I'm quite pleased that it hasn't got the gold, but the feel of them is quite nice. They're matte, and they do all shuffle quite nicely. Right, let's turn them this way. I will give them a little knot. I'll have a little bit. I'll just split the decks a few times. Right, let's have this one. And we have this, Sisterhood, the Feminine Way. So let's have a look at this. This is number 2. So I'm not going to read all the information, but this is about, you're asked to examine how women have shaped you and made you who you are today. And it's about looking about the steerage, the nurturing that you've had from mother, friends, colleagues, daughters, and being that positive energy, the feminine energy, the reciprocity, the sensitivity, patience, gentleness, and a new way forward. Thinking about women's strengths, ways and wisdom, on honouring their gifts. And again, this feels very much like when we have sacred circles. So I run a women's circle, as you know, and that's all about that sisterhood. It's all about bringing that connection in, sharing that wisdom. It's about tapping into the energies of the stages of maiden, mother, crone, and knowing that everything is perfect. There is nothing wrong. We are, what's the word? Society can deem the energy, the worth of the crone energy to be very negative. She's often visualised, with a crooked nose and really old and wrinkly and a very sort of negative portrayal. But actually, a lot of women will be crone energies, from the age of 40 onwards, when we are really still in, I'm going to say in our youth. We're not. We have that wisdom. We are moving through the mother into that crone energy. And it is a really powerful time because we don't take any shit. We stand up for what we want and what we need. And we are there as wisdom, wise women, sharing that wisdom and that knowledge and that experience. And being able to share it with other like-minded women is a really powerful tool. And it's, certainly something that I very much enjoy with the women's circles. So if you are interested in that, then obviously drop me a message and I can send you a link, or if you do a search on my page for that, you'll see them come up. Because there's a lot of immense power when women come together, when they are there to support each other, when they are there to have each other's backs, to share the load. There is that phrase, isn't there, that it takes a village to raise a child, and having that support network on a mental, emotional, spiritual and physical level is so important. Whether it's bouncing ideas off as to what to do in the summer holidays, whether it's ideas for your own mental and emotional health, whether it's about support through the menopause, and whether it's about education for children, whether it's about following your soul path and doing something that really lights you up, whether it's about writing your book, whatever it is, having the right women around you will make an immense difference to your life and how you are able to show up. And that's the so important thing. So allow this fire, just to feel that fire within you as you move forward and step into the full feminine energy. So really beautiful deck. Love the messages. I do love this on the back. Like I said, it could have been so easy for them to have put cross on there at the ankh, the Visca Pisces, I think one of the angel wings, or anything like that. But actually, I think having this grace as it is, but having the bees, the beeswax, the honeycomb, the flower, it just brings it all together on a really beautiful level. And it's that symbiotic energy, isn't it, that we need the bees to pollinate in order to get our food. We need to therefore respect the bees and provide a habitat suitable for them. So everything is in balance. So I do very much love these cards. Very beautiful. So I hope you have found this unboxing of this Christ Conscious deck by Amanda Ellis of interest. It's certainly a beautiful deck. If you can get your hands on it, I would highly recommend. The whole presentation of the deck is absolutely stunning. It's from the pictures here, the ribbon, the way it holds together. You could easily use it and have that on your desk, have that on your altar with your card, just your one card for the day, just sat there holding the energy so that you can look at. The colours are phenomenal on it. The print is beautiful. They work really beautifully with their messages, with their shape, with their shuffling. The book is phenomenal as well. It's a really, really hefty book. Lots of really good wisdom in there. So I'm going to look forward to getting to learn that. So if you would like to buy the book, the card deck, like I say, there is a an Amazon link as an affiliate link, so a little bit of their profit comes to me, which is nice, rather than going to them, as a sort of thank you for sending you to their way. Or if you would like to join my women's circle and that feminine energy connection, let me know. If you would like a soul rule reading, either with this deck of cards or with another one, to really tap into what's going on and what you can do to support yourself and what you can clear, release, then that is also open as an offer for you for the summer holidays. I send you all beautiful wishes. I thank you for your time. Let me know what you think of the card deck. And I am off to do the little invocation, I think, and do a little card reading for myself. With love, Romola.